This would be interesting.
I'm already recording. Alright, hi, I'm AJ.
And I'm Stephanie.
These are Extraordinary Times, Holiday Edition. Alright, sorry for the bad capture or whatever, the low quality and everything, but we're having some technical difficulties down in Texas, so this is as good as we can get. First story today, a little throwback as we tend to do, over with Greek and the economy problems they've been having. Just to kind of give a little bit of an update, their unemployment rate has just hit 21.9%. So, yeah, I don't think anything's getting any better anytime soon. And as with any unemployment numbers, they tend to be rather conservative. So this might actually be closer to 30% or more. Not doing good. I'm really actually hoping this isn't a sign for future times of future economies. Anyway, on to better news, funner news.
Alright, so apparently they're looking into making a Justice League movie. This actually began before the Avengers even came to the theater, so isn't it a reaction to that? But there was a friend of a friend who apparently saw part of the script, and he described it a bit as darker, mature, not what he was expecting from it, but let's see here what the other quote was.
Was there.
Oh, the other thing is very real world and not at all what you might expect, but it looks like it might be pretty good. It's kind of a throwback to, or similar to maybe the Dark Knight
There we go. Yeah, which
Rises.
yeah, amazing. So
Hopefully they do a good job on that, because that would be pretty exciting.
most definitely, and well, hopefully they don't completely bomb it like a few they've done recently, or just like scrap it again like they did with the Wonder Woman movie. Either way, hope it's at least half as good as Avengers.
Which I have yet to see.
Me too.
Working on it.
Alright, so over in Boston, there was a little girl that had not really been on a train before, and she had her stuffed bunny with her, Nummy, as she named it. And the little Nummy was her favorite little companion, her best friend, and she was so worried about it, and then this stuffed toy fell off the tracks. And, well, as any little girl would do, she kind of flipped out. And I don't know if we're getting any video capture here, but I'm going to keep going. And fortunately there was a conductor nearby, or not a conductor, well, yeah, somebody in charge anyway, who they told about what happened, or parents told what happened, and he called up a train that was going to probably hit this stuff and say, hey, we got a toy on the track, seems really dear to this little girl. And the conductor was immediately like, do we need to stop? We can divert if you want. And it's like, well, just for a couple minutes. And you dump down there, grab the toy, toss it back up for her. This is all during rush hour traffic for trains, so and which is obviously worse than in rush hour for cars. Not as easy to divert things. And it's just for me, this is just amazing, showing the calm and collection, and just knowing that this needs to be done no matter how small it was. This is a toy, but it's just showing the kind-heartedness of people today that it can happen.
Yeah, it just kind of shows that you're not too busy to do a kind act. And as I was saying earlier to him, if you are too busy, then you need to slow down a little bit.
There you go. I guess that's what vacation's about.
Yeah. Alright, so the next article we found was about some students that were protesting what they called a stringent school uniform code, and their way of protesting that is what they called a Slutty Wednesday, which I thought was interesting. And you kind of look at it, and the dress code isn't as strict as maybe some other places or even workplaces. But I guess looking over at their school newspaper.
Which, before you click that link, be aware their image is a little interesting. Don't let little kids click it, we'll just say that much.
But I guess there was a rule that they're not supposed to wear anything inappropriate, and it was really vague, and so the teachers and principals were interpreting it in different manners, and it was really difficult for the students to know what was proper and what was improper to wear. And so this is kind of their rebellion against that. But we were just saying that we still disagree with that. They were kind of saying, oh, we're so good, we're going to be the next generation, we're top in schools, and we're going to find jobs where it doesn't matter what we wear, and...
Sorry, those types of jobs just don't exist.
I don't know how good those jobs would be, and,
You work
even,
at home, but that's about it.
even when you go to, like, a fast food restaurant, they still have dress codes that are sometimes more strict than at school. You have a uniform to wear, so... and as a woman myself, I disagree with that, and some people blame men, for being, seduced or whatever by what women. But we have a choice in what we wear, and we know the effects that it has on others and how they think about us. And personally, I want to portray a respectful image, and I think they should too if they want to be able to succeed.
There you go. Alright, so moving south a little bit down to New Jersey, there's a new law that's been put in place, evidently first of its kind. And I'm just going to go this as quick as possible because otherwise I'm just going to laugh my head off. They're now handing out traffic fines up to $1,000 for pets that don't have their seat belts on.
Yes, you heard right. Seat belts.
I'm looking at a picture. Evidently, there's like harnesses you can get for your, or at least bigger dogs for when they go with seats. But I think, have you ever tried to at least get a cat into a car? I mean, if they like it, and they're going to be moving around. You cannot buckle down a cat into a car. Anyway, personally, I think this is just a way for this to get money. They're saying, it's protecting animals or whatever, but seatbelts are made for people. They're not made for animals. They're not going to protect the animals at all. If anything, they're just going to hurt them. Anyway, like I said, I want to cover that as quickly as possible because, otherwise I'm just going to, laugh my off.
Alright, so moving a little farther south in Texas, they've proposed a new road to be built between San Antonio and Austin that will go 85 miles per hour. That will be the second fastest road speed
in the
anywhere
world.
in the world.
Besides maybe Autobahn, but that doesn't have a speed limit, so
I think
that doesn't count.
The next one up is 86 miles per hour in Poland. 86.
Crazy. Driving up here, we were going on some roads like 75, driving a Suburban up here. Man, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I've driven out on a road that's 80, and that's pretty fun, but that might cause maybe more severe accidents, so hopefully...
Yeah.
And it's a toll road.
Yeah, so you're not going to be going just straight 80 all the way down. You're going to be pawing along, so...
Yeah, so maybe that'll help out a little bit, but that'd be interesting.
Up until you get one of those, the easy tag, something like that.
Yeah, that you can just drive straight through.
Jeez, that's getting nuts. Alright, so last story of the day. I'm just going to cover this real fast. We don't have too much time or too much room on the computer. So over in Chicago, a former mobster, I don't know what, known as Arthur the Brain Rochelle, has been convicted and sentenced to 8.5 years in prison for colluding in, robberies, a bunch of them, which he basically says he did because he was bored.
He's already spent 10 years in prison for a huge fine.
He's already done time. He's not changed a bit. He just keeps going back and forth. There are other people involved in this. And for me, this is just throwing back. And it's done back in like 1980. Names like the Monk and the Hook. These are true gangsters. And you see gangsters today with their hands around their ankles or whatever, and they're called gangsters. No, gangsters are people with names like the Brain, the Hook, the Monk. This is classic. This is amazing. He's getting what he deserves to. So all in the end, I guess. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you really like it. Favorite if you want to watch it again later. I guess like it if you just liked it and wanted to show your appreciation. I'm AJ.
And I'm Stephanie.
These are extraordinary times. Be aware.